Swatting is no joke. It's a dangerous prank that can have deadly consequences. Imagine this. You're at home just minding your own business. Suddenly, a SWAT team bursts through your door, guns drawn, ready for a hostage situation. Only, there's no hostage situation. It was all a lie. A prank call made by someone miles away. That's swatting. This isn't just a harmless prank. It's incredibly dangerous. The victims are terrified. The police are put in a high-pressure situation where they might mistake an innocent person for a threat, and it wastes valuable resources that could be used to respond to real emergencies. And the worst part? It's happening more and more. Recently, there's been a wave of swatting attacks across the United States, targeting everyone from regular folks to high-profile figures, including politicians. This isn't just some kids messing around. It's often organized and planned, with the perpetrators using technology to cover their tracks and make the threats seem real. At the heart of this recent surge in swatting attacks are two names: Nemanja Radovanovic and Thomasz Szabo. These two men, from Serbia and Romania respectively, are accused of orchestrating a massive swatting campaign that spread fear and chaos across the United States. Radovanovic, still at large, is believed to be the mastermind behind the operation. He's accused of using his tech skills to make the calls and cover his tracks. Szabo, currently in U.S. custody, allegedly played a key role in selecting the targets and providing information to make the threats more convincing. These weren't random attacks. They targeted specific individuals and institutions, often with political motivations. The list of victims includes politicians from both sides of the aisle, celebrities, and even schools. What makes this case even more disturbing is the level of sophistication involved. Radovanovic and Szabo didn't just pick up the phone and make a call. They used technology, like VPNs, to mask their location and pre-written scripts to make the calls sound more believable. The success of Radovanovic and Szabo's alleged swatting scheme relied heavily on their clever use of technology. They weaponized readily available tools to create a campaign of terror from across the globe. One of their primary weapons was the use of pre-written scripts. These scripts provided a blueprint for the hoax calls, ensuring consistency and adding a chilling air of authenticity. They didn't stop at scripts. Understanding the importance of anonymity, they utilized virtual private networks, VPNs, to mask their location. VPNs allowed them to make it appear as if the calls were originating from within the United States, further complicating the efforts of law enforcement agencies to trace them. In a truly brazen move, some of the swatting incidents were even live-streamed. This added another layer to their reign of terror, the possibility of their victims watching in real time as SWAT teams stormed their homes based on fabricated threats. This tactic not only amplified the fear and panic, but also served as a twisted form of entertainment for the perpetrators. Section 4. Political figures in the crosshairs, a bipartisan threat. The swatting attacks orchestrated by Radovanovic and Szabo weren't just random acts of chaos. They were often politically motivated, targeting individuals and institutions across the political spectrum. This highlights a disturbing trend: the increasing use of swatting as a tool to intimidate and silence political opponents. Among their alleged victims were high-profile figures like then-President-elect Joe Biden and Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene. The fact that they targeted individuals from both major political parties demonstrates that this wasn't about ideology. It was about sowing discord and fear. These attacks have real-world consequences. They instill fear in public figures, making them hesitant to speak out on controversial issues. They also erode trust in law enforcement and create a climate of fear and uncertainty. Section 5. The long arm of the law. Challenges in tracing and prosecution. Bringing perpetrators of swatting to justice is no easy feat. Law enforcement agencies face significant challenges in tracing the calls and gathering enough evidence for prosecution. The use of technology like VPNs and burner phones makes it incredibly difficult to pinpoint the caller's true location. Furthermore, these attacks often involve international cooperation, as was the case with Radovanovic and Szabo. Extradition treaties and differences in legal systems can further complicate the process of bringing these criminals to justice. Despite these challenges, law enforcement agencies are stepping up their efforts to combat swatting. They are working to develop new technologies and investigative techniques to track down perpetrators and hold them accountable for their actions. Section 6. a disturbing trend, and the need for action. The swatting attacks linked to Radovanovic and Szabo are a stark reminder of the growing threat posed by this dangerous prank. It's clear that we need to take this issue seriously and implement stronger measures to prevent future tragedies. This includes educating the public about the dangers of swatting, increasing penalties for those who engage in this behavior, and developing better tools for law enforcement to track down perpetrators. Tech companies also have a role to play in developing safeguards to prevent their platforms from being used for malicious purposes. Swatting is not a victimless crime. It's a dangerous and potentially deadly act that has no place in our society. It's time we treat it as such and work together to put an end to this dangerous trend.